I am a magnet for money. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me.
Grand Rising, everybody.
I move from poverty thinking to prosperity thinking, and my finances reflect this change.
How's everybody doing?
I now draw from the abundance of the spheres my immediate and endless supply. All channels are free.
Awesome day.
All doors are open. I now release the gold mine within me. I am linked with an endless golden stream of prosperity, which comes to me under grace in perfect ways. Prosperity of all kinds is drawn to me now. Compliments are gifts of prosperity, and I accept them graciously. Every day, I grow more financially prosperous.
How's everybody doing today?
I have prosperity, and I attract it naturally. The whole universe and entire mankind is conspiring to make me prosperous and abundant.
Hope everybody's having an awesome day.
I deserve all good in my life, and that includes prosperity. My income is constantly increasing, and I prosper wherever I turn. I believe that I have the right to be prosperous and successful. I am abundant, healthy, and happy, and live in prosperous ways. I deserve to prosper in everything I do. It is so easy to open to prosperity. I can be prosperous. I was prosperous, am prosperous, and will always be prosperous. Every day in every way, I am becoming more and more prosperous. All resistance to prosperity dissolves away. Prosperity flows to me at all times, in all ways. I allow prosperity. My prosperity prospers others. I trust the universal spirit of prosperity to provide richly for me now. I accept prosperity and abundance into my life.
How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having
my
an
beliefs
awesome
create
Monday.
my reality. I believe in my unlimited
watching,
prosperity.
I'm not sure if anyone's on or not yet, but if you
My
are watching,
prosperity
just drop me a
create
hello
my
in the
prosperous
chat.
world.
Drop me a 1 or say hello.
I speak of success and prosperity. My words uplift and inspire others.
It doesn't take much to say hello.
I give thanks that the prosperity that is mine by divine right now pours in and piles up under grace in perfect ways.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
My prosperity is unlimited. My success is unlimited now.
But I'm going to turn this down a little bit, just a little.
Now, and I prosper everything and everybody now.
And I'm going to put it on mute once I begin.
Love the highest and best in all people.
But
now, draw the highest, best.
I've been preparing this information for you guys, and I hope I bring it to you in the best way possible for you to understand what I'm going to be talking about today, and what I've been sharing with you guys for quite a long time.
I know there is ample prosperity.
I needed to invite. So
prosperity now happens to me. I let go of all resistance.
I'm going to take a few more minutes and allow a few more people to get in, and then I'll be getting started with the topic of discussion. In the meantime, I'm going to
I attract prosperity with each thought.
like I said, I'm sending out some invites. Peace and blessings to you, Mr. Elevations.
The riches of the universe come to me.
How are you today?
I am a lucky, happy, healthy, and successful person. The possibilities of the universe are flowing to me. I live a charmed life. I am safe, and all my needs are met. I already have everything I need. I have everything I need to get everything I want.
There's a lot of good stuff going on, a lot of information that I have to bring to you guys today, a lot of things that you guys really need to be taken into consideration going forward the rest of this quarter. We're already in, we're about to be in September, so we're in the last quarter of this, we're just about in the last quarter of this year.
I am a positive resource.
The last quarter of 2020. And so there's a lot of things that are going to be transpiring over the next course of a few months. a lot of great, excellent, amazing things taking place that you guys need to know about.
I am prosperous in everything I do. Abundance is mine.
I'm still sending out invites, so give me a second.
Happy life.
A few people asked me to make sure I sent them an invite, so I kept my word.
Absolutely attract abundance.
I'm keeping my word.
I believe that more abundance.
This is information that you guys definitely need. I'm not bringing anything to you that's frivolous information or just, asinine or anything. This is information that you definitely need to know about, because moving forward is going to, whether you take advantage of these opportunities and take advantage of that from information that I'm telling you about, is going to determine the rest of your life, really. So definitely just make sure you guys grab a notepad and paper, because I'm going to be teaching you some things that you definitely want to take down and go look up and start studying on your own. I definitely will be able to assist you with moving forward with this information, with the different resources that I have.
All I have to do is ask for abundance and allow it.
Hey, Mr. Jones, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Miss Linda. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Abundance. I love abundance in all its beautiful forms.
So,
I am relaxing into greater abundance. Abundance is my divine birthright. I always have more than enough abundance. Thank you, universe, for my great abundance. The more abundantly I live, the more abundance I will receive. I open to the flow of abundance in all areas of my life.
If you're just coming in, say hello. Give me a wave or just say hello. Grand rising to you, Halito, Asiyo, whatever greeting is in your perspective language. Definitely just give me a shout out. Say hello. Grand rising to everybody. Grand afternoon. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Skinny. So, the name of this video, I titled it, Your Birthrights, Your God-Given Birthrights Have Been Hijacked. Your God-given rights have been hijacked by the DEMON-cratz. DEMON-cratz. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if my volume is good enough, and if let me know if you can really hear me, because if not, then I'll just have to raise my voice and turn off this background affirmations. Hope you guys enjoyed the affirmations. Thank you, Miss Young. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, the topic of this video is, like I said, your birthrights have been hijacked. So we're going to be talking about your birthrights. We're going to be talking about the two constitutions of America. I don't know if you guys are aware, but many people are unaware of the two constitutions, that there are actually two constitutions, and the difference between the two, and how it does affect you, and how it affects you moving forward. And I'm going to be sharing some things with you about the things that you need to do in order to correct these issues moving forward. And hey, GB, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you guys share this information out too. Share. You definitely want to share this information. I'm going to mute this so I can... I'm muting that so I can, I'm going to mute that so that I can concentrate a little bit more on you guys and on, let's just say, the word that I got to bring to you guys today. It's a lot of information, and I've spent basically all this weekend gathering this information for you. Now is the time for me to present it. I know it's the time for me to present it mainly because as I started to do the research not necessarily the research, but gathering the information, just different people started coming on with videos and these things, live videos and live broadcasts of the same topics that I was gathering the information on. Especially yesterday, it was like I was so very much in sync and in tune with the universe, and the universe has really been putting this on my spirit for me to share this information with you guys. And so you know, I spent almost all day basically all day yesterday and most of Saturday preparing this information. So if you've seen on my page yesterday, I had asked about you know, if anyone had experienced you know, like their debts being forgiven, or their debts being disappearing, or being wiped out, or wiped clean, or, you know, your credit report is no longer in your credit report. You went to go pay your mortgage or your student loans or whatever, and it's no longer on your probably everybody is probably in deferment right now due to the coronavirus anyways when it comes to student loans. But a lot of people have been experiencing debt forgiveness, credit card debt, mortgage debt, car loan debt, whatever kind of debt that you've been you know, have attached to a bank, to the corrupt banks. All of this debt is being cleared, and we're going to get into that a little bit more and how it is possible and why it's happening for you. But just know, if it did happen for you, you should consider yourself highly blessed, and congratulations to you, right? So with that being said, I'm also going to be talking about the Nasara Jasara. It's an act, the Nasara Jasara Act, and the Global Financial Reset. I'll be talking about that as well. And I'm also going to be talking about the greatest wealth transfer ever, you guys. The greatest wealth transfer ever. Because we're already in it, and a lot of you don't know it, and a lot of people are not taking advantage of it. It's actually bad that only 10% of the world's population, the entire world's population, is taking advantage of this opportunity. James said he knew it. Yeah, James, you knew it. I told you. I told you yesterday you were pretty much dead on. So, peace and blessings to you, Derek. Cousin Derek, how you doing? All the way from California. Thanks for stopping and watching. So if you just dropped in, make sure you guys share this out. Give me a like. Please give me thumbs up. And also say hello to me if you're just dropping in to this video, okay? I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by. I don't know how long this is going to be. I got, six people in right now. Make sure you guys share this out. Do me a favor and share this out. This is some awesome information that you guys definitely need. So, you know, you want to spread this information to your friends and your family. So share. Okay? So, what I'm going to start off talking about is the two constitutions, right? And we're going to start off with the history, just a little bit. I'm not going to go into a long, drawn-out explanation, but I do want to go over it a little bit about the history of the two constitutions and how they came about. So, the first constitution was created in 1776. Peace and blessings, Janine. Thanks for joining me. Hey, babe. Hey, Miss Sophia. So we're talking about the two constitutions, right? The two constitutions of the United States of America. Now, one is actually of the United States of America and one is for the United States of America. So we're going to talk about it, okay? So ever since 1871, the United States presidents and the U.S. Congress has been playing politics at a different set of rules in politics, okay? And so there are two constitutions in the United States of America. So the first constitution, like we talked about, was implemented and activated on July 4th of 1776. And when the people claimed their independence from Great Britain, so we were under Great Britain rulership and democracy, and democracy was born once we claimed our independence with the first constitution in 1776, right? So that freedom that they experienced for those 95 years basically ended. Good afternoon to you. That freedom basically ended. Hey, Mr. Johnson, and welcome, Mr. Morris. So that freedom ended in 1871, 95 years later, you guys, roughly about 95 years later, that freedom ended because the second constitution basically was created, okay? And so what happened is this second constitution was created by the Congress. They basically realized that they were the country basically was in a financial straits, and so they basically made a financial deal with the devil. Plain and simple. They made a deal with the devil, you guys, who are the Rothschilds of London. So they made a deal with Rothschilds of London, and basically this is how the world goes around. This is how they basically go around the world, should I say. And you know, the world banks and the central banks, they go around the world bailing out countries that are suffering, you know, financially. And what ends up happening is that, you know, they end up enslaving those countries. But the countries actually were under the impression that, you know, these banks were going to help them increase their economy and things like that. So this same thing happened to the United States of America, and this has been going on for a very, very long time. Over the years, they've done this in pretty much almost every country you can think of, and they're still trying to hit more countries. So think of it. Just think about that. So when Congress passed the 1871 Act, which is the 1871 Act, which it basically implemented the new Constitution, it created a separate corporation known as the United States of the United States, basically, in all caps. Let's just keep this in mind. I want you to write down the United States. Write down the United States in all capital letters if you have a note, pen, and pad, because this is important, and we're going to get into why that's significant shortly. But basically, it's a corporate government. It's a corporation. What is a corporation? A corporation is basically a business. So they created a second constitution and formulated it into a corporation or a corporate government, which became a business. And this was actually a treasonous act, you guys. This was a treasonous act, and unlawfully it allowed the District of Columbia to operate as a corporate outside of the United States. So the the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., we're going to get into that a little bit, but Washington, D.C. Actually operates outside of the United States. Write that down. That's something that you guys need to understand. Make sure you write that down. The Washington, D.C. operates outside of the United States of America, okay? Remember that. Basically, this act that they implemented basically totally disregarded the best interests of the people, which were the American citizens, or the indigenous American people of this land, and the foreigners who basically gained citizenship when brought over to this land. Okay, so I'm going to pause right there just to let you know that the reason that I'm bringing this up, because some of you are fighting for a corporation. You're fighting for the United States corporation, who was never for us to begin with. They were never for us, the people of this country, to begin with, you guys. So moving forward, basically what happened was the authority of the original government was stolen, or it was usurped. The authority of this land, of the land of North America, was stolen or usurped, you guys. You saying it's freezing up? I hope it's not me. If I'm freezing up, please let me know. If anyone else is experiencing the same thing, please let me know. Thanks for that, Janine. So guys, let me know if I'm freezing up or anything. I don't have my Wi-Fi on, but I have all bars on my signal, so I'm good. So it may be your connection, Janine. But you can definitely watch the playback if you can't get it straightened out. So moving forward, we're talking about the authority of the original government, which was created in 1761, that was stolen in 1871, 95 years later, by the Democrats, which were basically a form of government that was formulated by the British rule, by the Britons, okay? The United States corporation is owned by Britain. So all this time, everybody in the White House, I want to make this clear, because you guys have been thinking that, and I had been thinking this for a very long time, until I got in and started really learning about politics and learning about the true history of America, because this information has actually been hidden from us, and have been lied to. Our children are being lied to. A lot of information has been told to us coming up over the years, you guys. It's basically a lie. That's pretty much the only way I can put it. It's just a lie, okay? I want you to know that the United States corporation that's owned by Britain, it has nothing to do with America. Nothing to do with America. It has nothing to do with America. I'm sorry about that. My son is trying to put his 2 cents in, but I didn't put that in my notes, so I'm not going to talk about that. But he's very knowledgeable as well. He wanted me to let you guys know about France and Rome. You guys can go do that on your own time, do the research about that. But France and Rome also had a lot to do with the destruction of America, pretty much, okay? So, I'm not talking about none of that right now. I'll talk about that later, okay, son? Maybe I'll have you come on my live stream and we can discuss that, okay? But right now we're talking about the 2 constitutions. So, the 2 constitutions, right? So the distinguishment between the 2 constitutions is basically this. The original Constitution is the Constitution for the United States of America, which is the Republic. It's the Republic. So I want you to write that down, you guys. Write down Republic, then do a little dash or whatever, and then write down the Constitution for the United States of America, okay? The reason why you need to write this down is because you need to go learn Go read the Constitution, the original Constitution, so that you can learn what your God-given birthrights are, you guys. I'm going to be going over a few of them very shortly. We're just going to, like, very briefly talk about it. But let's just talk about Washington, D.C., right? So Washington, D.C. is not, this is what I was saying about the United States corporation has nothing to do with America, because Washington, D.C. is the United States corporation. And it only is a 10 mile by 10 mile square radius, right? So it's only a 10 mile by 10 mile square radius of land, right? That's not a part of America. It's not a part of America. It's basically a corporation, their own little, it's their colonial land. Thank you, son. Thank you, son. I appreciate you for that help. And he wants you guys to know that Columbus was from France. So, go do your research about that. What else are we talking about? I'm sorry I got my head down, you guys, but I'm just trying to make sure that I keep my notes and keep all of this simple and plain. You know, because I can go off the top of my head, but I just want to make sure that I have that I'm stating actual facts, and I'm not just speaking out of the blue, right? Okay. So, Washington, D.C. was a territory set aside for a specific purpose, you guys. And the purpose was actually so that the states, so every other state in America could come and basically settle their issues. So if two different states had issues with each other, they could come to Washington, D.C., to the United States Corporation. Excuse me. To the United States Corporation, and they would basically, it was basically considered neutral territory, so that they can handle their disputes. Okay, so that's basically the reason why the United States Corporation, or Washington, D.C. was created. Okay, so when you're voting, you guys, you have to understand who you're actually voting for, because you're voting for a corporation. Okay, you're voting for a corporation. It's not a government. It's a rogue government. It's a corporate government, as we already said, but it's not the United States of America, you guys. So I just need you guys to understand this, because it took me a long time to understand. I've been doing this research for almost 2 years now. So, you know, it took me a long time to get it. Once this pandemic started, a lot of things started being like, ding, like start clicking on. Just a whole lot of different things that I've noticed throughout the years, and a lot of things that were matching up with the research that I have done over the past year and a half, you guys. So, I just need you to know that when you're saying that you're voting Democrat, you're not voting for America. You're not voting for you, because you are an American. So you're voting against yourself, you guys. I just need you guys to know this. You're voting against yourself when you're voting for the United States Corporation, which is a part of the Democratic Party, or the DEMON-cratz. Okay, they're demons, and they came and they stole your birthrights. They hijacked them. And your birthright, you don't have freedom. You're not free. We are still enslaved, especially if you're working a job. You're still enslaved. And if you're doing anything traditional that we've been taught to do, you're enslaved. You're enslaved to this corporation. You're enslaved into the dollar. That was another thing that has nothing to do with the United States of America. It's not the government, and we're going to talk about that too, right? So, oh yeah, so I wrote down some notes that maybe you guys remember the Pledge of Allegiance, to the flag, right? So, in the Pledge of Allegiance, it says, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic." Okay, so we've been saying this, and the whole time, I know coming up, the whole time I was saying this in school, in summer camps, whatever, right? We have to say this at the beginning of the day, say the Pledge of Allegiance of the flag and all of this crap, right? And we're saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, but at the same time, we're under the United States corporation. So it kind of is a contradictory that we say that pledge, and we're not saying the pledge to the United States. We're saying it to when we're under the corporation. So the United States is not, the original United States is not America. It's a corporate. So I want you guys to know, basically, we're going to talk about what does the Republic form of government do? What does the Republic form of government do? Okay? I'm going to put some more lip gloss on. My lips getting chapped. Okay? So, the Republic form of government protects your God-given rights, you guys. It protects your God-given rights at all costs. And what does that mean? So let's break it down, a few things that means for you, okay? Especially in this time that we're experiencing right now, with the coronavirus and COVID-19 and this pandemic, right? It basically means that no one can tell you if you can or cannot have weapons, right? No one can tell you when you can or cannot leave your home, okay? If you choose to travel this entire planet, if you wanted to, wherever you wanted to go, they can't tell you when and where or why you can't go. That's your God-given right, you guys. It's your God-given birthright, okay? And no one can tell you that. So this is where, like, all of this passport stuff and driver's license and things of that nature comes in, because we've been tricked and bamboozled and forced into giving these things. And basically what it did was give up our rights. So, and I'll get into that later because I have it in my notes, and we're going to talk about it, okay? So our God-given rights have been usurped. Oh, another thing that they can't force on you is vaccinations. So I want you to know that they cannot force vaccinations on you. So it's your God-given right. This is your vessel. You were born from this land. This is your body. So they can't do anything that you don't want them to do to it. If you give them permission to do it, that's another thing. I'm going to drink some water, you guys. I'm getting parched. So, basically in 1871 is when your God-given rights were usurped and stolen, okay? And it was, like I said, it was stolen through the Democrats, who are a mob rule form of government. They're the mob, you guys. Okay? So when we're discussing issues like, let's talk about FEMA for a minute and the federal government, because we're going to break down this too, because I need you guys to understand this. I need you guys to understand who these organizations are and what they do and their purposes, and the distinction between if they are actually for the federal government or if they are a part of the United States corporation. Because if there's a part of the corporation, then it's not a part of the federal government, which doesn't have our best interests, okay? So, basically, organizations like FEMA are the government. It's the federal government. It's the actual federal government. So I'm going to break down what FEMA stands for. FEMA stands for Federal Emergency Management Agency. So it's the Federal Emergency Management Agency. And so many were kind of upset and talking about, kind of scared, saying that, oh, Trump has turned the United States of America over to FEMA, and we're doomed. You're not doomed, you guys. You're not doomed. What Trump did was save your ass. That's what he did. Excuse my French, but it's just true. He has been the only president to stand up to these crooked people and turn these people over to the people that needed to be turned over to. Okay, so what Trump basically did was he turned over the United States corporation. He turned over the United States corporation over to FEMA. Okay, get this straight. Okay, I want you to write this down, and I want you to share this information out, because everybody needs to know this, that we're safe. We're good. Everything that you see going on right now has nothing to do with Trump. It has all to do with these left-wing Democratic Party and their tyrannical, anarchist bullshit that they're trying to basically put on us. Okay, so when you see organizations like Black Lives Matter, you need to go do your research, because you need to really, really know who is for you and who is against you. And so a company like FEMA, they're for you, you guys. This is a company that is actually for you and not against you. They're here to help you. They're here to work for you. And I'm jumping ahead of my notes, so maybe that's a good thing, because I don't need them. So hopefully I don't repeat myself a second time. But and he has rescued, exactly, he's rescued the babies. He's rescued so many people that were trapped over in other countries, in the military, or doing whatever they were doing over there in those countries, and being held hostage. He's helped release those people. He's done so much for this country, you guys. And the short 3.5 years, or however long he's been in office, he's done so much. And we need to be thankful. We need to be thankful. I'm not saying kiss the man's ass, but what I'm saying is everybody in the United States, actually all over the world, because this thing is actually a global effect. Trump has actually saved the whole world, because this thing was actually happening everywhere. So we're going to talk about it, okay? And I'm not a huge, like I said, I wasn't into politics. I didn't vote for Obama. I wasn't one of those dumbasses that voted for Obama just because he was black. I never voted. I voted when I was 18, right? And I voted in my local town in Detroit. And the reason why I voted then, because I was 18, and we had the first, well, not the first, but yeah, he was like one of the youngest black mayors in the city of Detroit, right? So that's why I went and voted. I went and voted for Kwame Kilpatrick, because I wanted him to get in office. And I was 18 years old, and I'm like, okay, this would be a good thing, okay? So that was really the only time that I voted. Ever since then, I don't give a fuck about registering to vote. I don't give a fuck about voting. I damn sure didn't vote for Obama like the rest of these dummies did. You know, I'm no offense to you if you voted for Obama, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, a lot of us was, oh, it's the first black president, and this and this and that, and then come to find out he's not even black. Or he's not even, let's just say he's our skin color, but he's not African American, and neither are, hold on, let me take that back, because he is African American. We're the ones that are not African American, right? We're the ones that are not African American. We are indigenous to this land. James said I shouldn't have. Exactly. A lot of us, we should all be ashamed of ourselves for voting for this man just because he was black without checking out his policies. And then on top of that, we voted him in a second time. Like, what the is really wrong? So, you know, my son is saying it was scripted anyways, but at the same time, it was scripted. It was, all of this is basically a movie that we've just been watching all of our lives, and it's basically everything has been scripted or whatever. But the thing about it is, we as people didn't know that it was scripted, right? We didn't know that what's going on, that everything that we see in politics, we don't know. Our people aren't aware that these things are being scripted and constructed. They are the same, and yes, they are the same. Voting for either, it does. I'm not saying to vote for either one. Yes, Miss Diva. I'm not saying to vote for either one. Thank you for stopping by, right? But I'm not saying either one of them. I'm not telling anyone to vote for either one, but I'm just showing the differences in between the two. So pretty much all of this has been scripted. And, you know, we were, no, she's saying they're the same animal. Voting for either keeps you on the line. Absolutely. I mean, I agree. However, what I do believe is that Trump is doing his job and that he's doing the work. So, you know, at this point, I'm not saying I'm going to go and vote for Trump. I'm not into all that voting stuff or whatever like that, especially if I gotta leave my house and go do it, whatever. But all I want people to know is that sometimes we're arguing about dumb things, because I've never been a Republican, I've never been a Democrat. You know, I grew up in a Democratic family. My family all have always voted Democrat. I grew up hearing arguments from my parents about why voting Democrat and why you should be a Republican. I grew up with all of this information. And when I got older, like I said, I never really gave a damn about any of it, you know. Voting. I look at people that go vote and they got their little voting stickers on. It just looks and it seems retarded to me. I believe that you should vote in your local government, though, because those are the people that make things happen locally. Those are the things that maybe will affect you a little bit more. But if you do vote for Trump. I don't know who said that. Dang, I got a lot of comments. Y'all commenting like a mug on here, huh? I didn't want to make this a political conversation. That's not the intention. But let's see. It has been scripted. James said voting is for white supremacy, but if you do vote for Trump. And I agree. If you are going to vote, if that's something that you are going to go do, you damn sure better not go and vote for Joe Biden and them, because they just, or the Democratic Party. Why the fuck we gonna give them the upper hand to do anything? No. If you go and vote, I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm just saying my suggestion. I don't know if I'm gonna go vote. Word is that we might not even have to leave our houses to vote, and that a new system is coming out where we're going to be able to vote electronically from our phones and our laptops, and it's going to be issued out before this election. So that's just a little word on the street that I wanted to let you guys know. I was in my notes, eventually going to let you guys know this, but this is, you know, basically what I'm trying to tell you. Not sure I'm voting either. Exactly. I don't know if I'm voting. I'm not even registered to vote. I don't give a damn. Like, a lot of that doesn't even affect me. But I just been learning, and I see how it's affecting our people. And so I just want to bring this awareness to our people so that everybody can know exactly what's going on, so that we can, like I said, make the proper preparations in order to get prepared for whatever is to come. Okay, you guys? We just want to be prepared to make sure that we're protected and that we are secured in our own lives, in our own families, in our own communities. Okay? And so this is why I want to bring this information to you. This is why I'm asking you to share this information, because it's important. It's very, very, very important. So, what else? Let's talk about, we still on the topic about the federal government, because you guys also need to know, which leads me back to what we were talking about as far as voting and all of this commotion about, there's just so much talk about Trump is affecting the postal workers, and he's taking their overtime away and things like that, right? First of all, Trump is not in these corporations with these people. Exactly. Start a business. I'm going to be talking about that. We definitely going to be talking about that, James. That's a part of this conversation, definitely. So, okay. So, oh my goodness. Why does phone keep doing this? My phone is acting crazy, you guys. So, with that being said, the United States Postal Service. So, you guys need to understand and distinguish these companies and these businesses, and know who is actually a part of the federal government and who is not, right? So, you got the United Postal Union, UPU, right? Who are over the Postal Service. This is the United States Postal Service, right? This is a federal agent, the United Postal Union, right? They're over the United Postal Service. So that is a federal agency. So now the federal government, what they did was they contracted. Everything is done through contract, you guys, through contract. So what they did was they contracted with USPS. So it's not the government, it's a contract through the government, okay? Just know this. United States Postal Service, USPS, is a private corporation and is owned by Great Britain, okay? Owned by Great Britain, the United States Postal Service. The United States Postal Service is a private corporation. And they're the ones that's stepping over the government, okay? So this is why you see so much controversial with the mail-in voting and all of this bullshit, because it's all corporate. It's all corporate. It has nothing to do with the federal government. The federal government is stepping in to take control of their government or of their businesses or whatever, but this is what it is. I just want you guys to know that when we are voting, I think I already said this, but when you're voting for the Democratic Party, you're basically choosing to stay enslaved, and you're voting and you're choosing to give up your God-given rights, you guys. So, let's see, where am I at? Know that when Trump. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. Really for good. Who isn't? Okay, we talked about Black Lives. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. So a corporation, UP, is a contract with the government. No, UPU, United Postal Service, is the federal government. It is the federal government. No, what did I say? United States Postal Union. They are the federal government, and they're over the United States Postal Service. So a corporate. He says, so a corporation, UPU, has a contract with the government, USPS. No, that's backwards. So it's the corporation, USPS, has a contract with UPU, which is United Postal Union. You got it backwards. So, the federal government is actually for us, the DEMON-cratz, you guys. Government works against us. These are the people that work against us. So, I mean, it's this big controversy about the lesser of two evils, and, you know, the Democrats and the Republicans are two animals. But just because let me just say this, right? And I don't know why this is or why it happened. Maybe I need to do some research. I agree that maybe if Trump came to do all that he's doing, right, perhaps maybe he shouldn't have done it under the Republican Party. Maybe he should have went in as an independent party, right? And let me know if you guys agree with me. So I would really like to do some research as to why did he really, because everybody thinks it's scripted and he's just a puppet too. I kind of disagree that Trump is a puppet, because he can't be controlled, and he's not being controlled. And majority of these Democratic parties were actually controlled by money through Britain, right? And through these Rothschilds and the World Banks and people who own the central banks and stuff like that. These are the people that are controlling them. These are the people that are controlling them, okay? So you have to understand, I mean, I just have a difference of opinion when it comes to that. You know, I do believe that maybe in the past that we were, you know, if you voted Democrat or if you voted Republican, you know, it's either way it goes, they're both animals. But I just don't see that from Trump. I don't care. He may be in the Republican Party, but going on, he don't really give a damn about what the Republican people in the White House are saying. He's doing his own thing, as you guys can see. That's why he's signing executive orders. So even if, you know, the Republican are voting the same as the Democrats, he's still doing what the fuck he want to do, right? So, like, how can we say that the Democrats and the Republicans are still the same, or they're the lesser of, or we're voting for the lesser of two evils? I just beg to differ. I don't see any evilness coming from Trump. I don't see any evil aura coming from him. This man is trying to save the country. Like, I don't understand where you guys are coming from with this. Facebook is zapping you. I see that. Something just really happened. It like tried to cut me down talking about my internal storage or something like that. But I'm back. If you can hear me, or if I'm back, just drop a thumbs up, or give me a thumbs up or a heart or something, just so I know you guys are still here. No, it's a corporation. It's just a corporation. See, that's how they get us. Thank you guys. My son was asking me, is FedEx a part of the Feds? And as far as I know, it's just a business. It's a corporation. That's something that I would definitely have to go look into. But I don't believe it's a part of the federal government. I don't think so. It's just another corporation. I mean, it could have possibly been. I don't know. But let's see. FedEx is a corporation. Why do this keep doing this? Oh, I'm much brighter now. Turned on my, let me see. I'm trying to see these comments. Okay, FedEx is a corporation. Facebook, okay. So I'm back. Let's keep talking, right? Federal government is actually for U.S. The Democrat government works against us. And I want you guys to know that in order for you to start protecting yourself, you must learn how to properly contract and do business with these corporations, because everything has been taught to us is wrong, it's corrupt, and it's fraudulent. And we're going to talk more about that. Like I said, I took a lot of notes. I took down a lot of things that I wanted to share with you guys so that you can be aware about. So, hey, I'm listening to you. Hey, Nicole, how are you, love? So let's talk about a few things that you guys should look up, that you should understand. I want you to write down the word straw man. James said he got his notepad. James, you probably already know this information, but hey, it's never a bad thing to hear it again, right? Because I listen to the information all the time just to refresh my memory, because, you know, so it can penetrate my mind and I can start remembering these things. So we're going to talk about the straw man. And so what is the straw man? In a nutshell, it is basically your birth certificate. Your birth certificate representing you as a dead fictitious person. This is my own definition, and I'm going to actually read the definition from the Black's Law Dictionary as well. But it's a dead fictitious person. So let's start all over. Straw man is a dead fictitious person representing you. Let me start over. The straw man is your birth certificate. The straw man is your birth certificate representing you as a dead fictitious person or entity, and it trades you on the stock market. So in a nutshell, you're being traded on the stock market, you guys, through your birth certificate and your social security number. Through your birth certificate and your social security number, you're being traded on the stock market. Okay? Your social security number is actually tied to a bank account, bank account, and some numbers on the back of your social security number is actually tied to a routing number of a bank account that you actually have that's actually been making millions and millions of dollars since you've been born, that you don't even know nothing about, that should be yours, but it's been stolen from you. Okay? So the definition from the Black's Law Dictionary, the 6th edition, so you guys definitely want to go look this information up. The Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition. It says that the definition is a front. Okay, in quotes, a front, a third party who is put up in name only to take part in a transaction. Okay, you guys? It's a nominal party to a transaction. That's the Black's Law 6th edition. Black's Law Dictionary, the 6th edition. Now, it also says it was created by law shortly after you were born via your registration of application for your birth certificate. If your name is in all capital letters on your birth certificate, I will pull out, let me see. I will pull out a birth certificate and show you guys. If your name is in all capital letters on a birth certificate, I don't know if I have one sitting next to me or not. But not only is it on the birth certificate, your all cap letter name is also on your driver's license. It's also on your, if you have a mortgage, it's also on your state ID. It's also on like shot records, any type of public records that you've gotten from any of these entities, like the bank or a car loan, anything like that. All of this is your all caps name. Any type of mail, because we actually write our, like, if we're sending out mail and stuff like that, we're doing it wrong. And you guys can definitely learn how to do it right. I'll be able to teach you that, but or show you where you need to go to learn that information. But yes, anything that you see with all caps, that's not you. It's not you guys. It's a corporation. It's a business, and you're just basically like giving what can I say? Given like privileges to use it, okay, in so many words, because you gave it over to the corporation. So when we were born, our parents unknowingly did these things, I did it because I have 4 children too. I did it when I was born. When my children were born, because I didn't know any better, right? So it's not any fault of yours, but this is just things that we got to learn, and we got to start learning, and we got to start fixing it, okay? So I want to go into a lot of bit. Let's see. Basically, the English language has a precise rule of grammar, and this is another thing that I need you to understand. Like when you sign in contracts and mortgage contracts and things of that nature, all of these contracts are basically it's written in poetry. It's like poetic. So when you sign it, you're actually signing over certain things that you don't even know about. Like, for instance, I'm just going to tell you guys, we should not be paying bills. We shouldn't be paying gas bills, light bills, water bills. We shouldn't even be paying mortgage bills. We shouldn't be paying taxes, especially if you're from this country. If you're indigenous to this land, which I always keep telling you guys to get your genealogy done. I did my genealogy research months ago, but I got stuck at a certain point, and so I just had someone assist me with my genealogy to help me go further back to learn about my ancestry, right? And I've just learned a little bit more about who I am, all the way back to like the 1850s. And I learned that on my father's side, I'm a Cherokee Indian. And on my mother's side, we're also Cherokee Indians. And we already paid our taxes with slavery. Well, taxes, slavery is another whole nother story, James. Let's not get into slavery, because we are actually in slavery now. So, basically, we're just being double dipped. Like when we paying mortgages and we paying my son said re-rock, right? We're being double dipped on. We're not supposed to be paying for a mortgage. We're not supposed to be paying any gas bills. All of these things are already paid. It's already paid, you guys. And if you're interested in learning how to get your bills paid, just inbox me and let me know. You don't have to continue to struggle to keep paying bills. It's already paid, you guys. So we've been around here struggling to pay bills, pay the water bill, keep the lights on, keep a roof over our heads, right, when it's already been paid. And I just wanted to let you guys know it's already been paid. You just got to know what to do. Just got to know what to do. And we've been taught wrong. We've been bamboozled. We've been bullwinked. And like I said, they've been stealing from us. We around here getting cars and repoed, and people's houses going into foreclosure and being stolen. It was all an attack just to basically enslave us and steal our land and then kill us. This is the agenda the whole time. It's always been about us, you guys, the indigenous American people of this land. So I need you to understand that, okay? And I need you guys to really, really start getting serious about learning this information, because I care about you. I care about my people. I care about the children. I care about older people and the elderly. And I don't want to see us keep perishing and, struggling when we don't have to. Let me wash my mouth, because I done already said some cuss words. But when these people around here, getting fat rich off of our ignorance, we got to start feeding our mind more. We got to start educating ourselves. I always say self-education is the best education. There's many ignorant people that disagree with me, but everybody with a college degree can't even go to work right now. So what are they doing with that degree, right? So will be inboxing like crazy now. I know you know the information. I do. I know the information, and I'm connected with a lot of people that know this information. So, I'm still learning, you guys. I'm just going to tell you, I'm still learning. It's a process. Like, we've been brainwashed. We've been conditioned for a very, very long time. So, just like a lot of people, I'm still learning. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. I spend every single day researching, you guys. I spend every single day learning and researching and running my business. I just need you guys to know this. 7 days out the week I spend researching. A lot of times my eyes be tired, my head be hurting, and all type of things. But it's so much to learn. It's so much to relearn and deprogram out of my mind. And it's just a lot. And I've been doing this way before coronavirus started. Way before. I started this, I'm going to be honest, I started doing this research pretty much right after my mom passed in December of 2018. So, I've been researching, and what started me to start researching is because I started watching, or I started seeing different people, different videos, and different people started coming, talking about Christianity and talking about Jesus and how Jesus is fake, and how we've been brainwashed and we've been lied to about the Bible and things of that nature. And it's been like uphill from there. I've been liberated. I feel so much freer, and a lot has changed in my life. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot has changed in my life, to the point where, I no longer believe in Jesus, which, I was born and raised in a church home, in a Christian home, right? A lot of people don't know, or may not know, but you probably can tell by my demeanor. But I was born and raised in a Christian home, and I rebelled. I was rebellious as a teenager and did my thing and went out and had a baby and got married and things of that nature. And then, allowed people to put fear in me, right? Put fear in me to start going to church and things of this nature. And even though I was going to church and being the most humblest mother and wife and everything else to people, I was still being taken advantage of and treated bad by my husband and all type of stuff, right? Even though I'm just being, a God-fearing woman, right? A Christian woman, right? Going through hell. I was going through hell. Even as a Christian, because that was hell. it was hell, you guys. And so, since I've been learning this information, I've created a heaven for myself and for my family. And I'm very, very into the law of attraction, metaphysics. You free now. Exactly. I'm free now. I'm very into metaphysics and the law of attraction and just attracting everything using science, just natural science, and using things of the earth to attract things to me, like crystals and things of that nature. I'm not into African spirituality. I'm not into African spirituality. That's not our that's not the indigenous spirituality. But we're not from Africa, so I don't necessarily deal with Mayat. But
Oshun is an African Orisha.
I know, but I'm just saying, I know Oshun is African Orisha, but at the same time, you know, the Africans have their own spirituality that they practice at the same time. And so in metaphysics and in occult science, we just use these entities. They're called deities, and we just use those deities for their energies. So, you know, Mayat is very powerful. However, you know, I don't practice African spirituality. Not me, your first husband. Babe, you crazy. So, my husband wanted me to let y'all know that when I was talking about being married back in the day, which was a long time ago, right? Very young. When I was married and going through all of the BS, right? It was not him. This is my second husband. And it took me about 10 years to get remarried again, you guys. So, as you can see, I don't play no games when it comes to that. But, yes, it's not you, babe, okay? So, now that we got that clear. That's why I'm here tomorrow. So I'm into, like I said, I'm into metaphysics, occult science, and the law of attraction, and using affirmations, and just keeping my mind, keeping positive things, feeding my mind, reprogramming my mind. And it's been hard, you guys. It's been real hard. It's difficult, especially like trying to meditate, and meditate and quiet your mind. That'd be difficult, but you know, practice makes perfect. I'm into the dream world and astral traveling and things like that. I'm really trying to decalcify my pineal gland so that I can start astral traveling. I remember as a child I used to astral travel, and I learned about astral traveling you know, during my basically conversion over to the occult science, metaphysics, law of attraction, and things like that. And so when I started learning about it, because I haven't had or been able to wake up and remember dreams in years. And so when I started researching these things, I actually started remembering that when I was like a child, I used to always be in my dreams flying and stuff like that. And it was kind of scary because I used to have little dreams, and like I said, I'd be flying and stuff, and just all type of stuff was going on. But now I understand what it is and what it meant. And then another thing is, my mother used to always have dreams. My mother used to always wake up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning and call with a dream that she had. And so these dreams are very, very foretelling of our lives, you guys. And these dreams are very, very powerful. They help with you know, connecting to different dimensions and different spirits and things of that nature. It's a lot. It's a lot that you guys, this is actually our true spirituality. Our true spirituality has been hidden from us. And we were given Christianity. It was stolen and hidden from us, and we were given Christianity and told to worship Jesus when we should have been worshiping well, not necessarily worshiping, but uplifting our own selves, because we are gods. I need you guys to know this. We are gods. And this right here that you see is a vessel. It's just a vessel. You are not this body. Like I am not this body. Me talking to you right now is basically it's a spirit, it's a soul. So I am a spirit inside of this body talking to you. This is just a vessel to carry around my soul and my spirit in, okay? So this is what I need you guys to start learning and understanding, okay? And dang, we got all off topic. I never was intended to start talking about this. But you know, it may be for a reason, I don't know. But there's a lot more that I need to talk to you guys about. I don't know how long this live is going to last. I don't even know how long I've been on here. How long I've been on here? Dang, an hour and 15 minutes. Wow. I never expected to be on here this long. But I appreciate you guys for communicating with me and talking to me and interacting with me. I definitely appreciate that. I love y'all for that. Make sure y'all share this video out for me. If you're watching on Facebook, and then I'll be also uploading this video on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching on YouTube, definitely give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and please share this information with everybody that you that needs to hear it, that you feel needs to hear it. See, like I got my star crystal, this is an obsidian, and then I got my star on. I keep this on for protection. And this, I just purchased this. Well, my son bought this for me. But this is it's an energy field necklace. It's from Holotech, and it's basically like an energy purifier. And it's made to do so many different things. It's infused with so many different herbs and different energies for healing. So this is a healing necklace. So I got this, and then I wear my bracelet. The same thing for my bracelet energy field. So let's get back on topic, you guys. A lot of issues we face. I think we talked about the driver's license, but I just want to reiterate again. Your driver's license, or any state identified identification, should I say, is basically you're giving ownership of yourself to the state. This is why they can come lock you up. This is why they feel like they can come shoot our people, kill our people, do all type of stuff. So we are given jurisdiction to the state and to the governments when we take on these different entities and these different forms of identification and things like that. So y'all want to get with me if y'all want to get free. Get with me if you want to get free. So basically, you need to learn what legally, the difference between legal and lawful, because they're two separate words. Legally has to do with the courts and contracts, and lawfully means God's law. It's universal law. Oh, I brought up, this is what y'all need to start. If you want a copy of this, inbox me, and I'll send you I'll send it to you on email. Inbox me your email. But everybody needs to start learning this. These are the hierarchy of laws. Universal laws, natural laws, the laws of maxim. Everybody needs to start trying to learn this information. Like I said, if you want a copy of it, I can definitely send you a copy to your email. But this is important information that everybody needs to start learning. the hierarchy of laws. And as you can see right here, right? Universal law. Universal law. Then you got contract law, constitution, all of that. But is below universal law. So the universal law is the highest law of all, you guys. And we have not been operating under universal laws in this country. So you guys need to start learning this. I got a lot of information that I can start sharing with you guys. Like I said, I got a group. I have a group. It's called Wealth Build. I was going to share this at the end of my video. But the name of my group is called WBFR, which stands for Wealth Building Freedom Riders. Wealth Building Freedom Riders. You guys really need to come to that group because I'm going to be teaching a lot of different things. It's mainly for accumulating gold, and I share a lot about my business opportunities and financial opportunities to grow your income. But I'm going to be doing a lot of training inside that group starting this week. If I see that you guys really want me to start teaching you this information and helping you with certain things, and if you're really serious about changing your life and changing the outcome of your financial future, and you want financial freedom, you definitely need to get with me and join this group. Go look up WBFR, Wealth Builders. Wealth Build is the name of the group. Is I don't think it's on there, but it's WBFR, and it's a gold symbol. I believe it has a gold symbol on it. And the symbol will say inside of the little photo, Wealth Building Freedom Rider. So that's how you'll know that it's me. And just put in a request to join that group so that you can start changing the outcome of your future, you guys. Because that's what I'm here to do. This is something that I wanted to do for a long time, and I didn't know how to bring it to you guys. I didn't know how to basically bring it to you guys. I wanted to bring it in a humble way where I'm not like people be all in my inbox and all on my posts trying to argue with me, call me dumb and conspiracy theorist and all of this, when they really just don't know what I'm talking about at the end of the day. And I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the drama. If you bring it to me, I'm gonna give it back to you at the end of the day, because I ain't no punk or no bitch. But at the same time, that's not what I'm here for. I'm really here to bring solutions to the problems that we've been facing all of this time. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that I'm working and planning and working for, like my community and my family and things like that I can definitely help you guys with. There's so much information. Like I said, I'm still learning. So it's a process, and I ask that you guys definitely be patient with me because I can only wear so many hats at one time. But I try to multitask all the time and do the different things. But my hands are in a lot of different things. I do a lot of different things, like making sure that I keep my health up, and I'm into a lot of different businesses. I do a lot, you guys. I help a lot of people. I do a lot, and I'm only one person. So I work from home. I'm a home-based business owner, and I can show you how to get that done as well. Get an LLC. I can tell you the differences of what you need to start off with. If you don't want to start off with an LLC, you can start off as a sole proprietor in your own name. I can start showing you about how to start living your life like a business, because that's basically what this is all about, living your life like a business. I'm not necessarily going to start teaching people about how to stop taxes from being taken out of your check or whatever, because a lot of things are in store as far as income taxes is going to be abolished, you guys. We're not going to have to pay any income tax. So let's get into the Nasara Jasara. Nasara Jasara is an act that is being implemented and activated by good old Donald Trump, you guys. Good old Donald Trump is activating this act. Now, the act or the bill, let me just say this act or this bill has not been announced. It has not been put in place or anything of this nature. I'm going to tell you the history of this act, and then I'm going to show you some of the things that Trump is doing that kind of correlates with this act, and why I think this is what's happening, and why I'm pretty much for certain that this is what's happening, and how you can start taking advantage of it. So NASARA stands for National Economic Security and Reformation Act. Okay? Write that down. I'm going to say it again. NASARA is NESARA. National Economic Security and Reformation Act. Okay? JSARA is just for the global. It's global. So it's a Global Economic Security and Reformation Act. Okay? So a little bit about this act. It was originally passed by Congress in the year 2000. So in the year 2000, Bill Clinton and the Congress signed this act. So it's actually an act that was passed. This act enforced the United States corporation to return to the United States of America, right? However, it was suppressed. This act actually ended up being suppressed, you guys, by the New World Order and George Bush, in order to continue their devious New World Order agenda. Okay? I need you guys to understand this. So, NASARA was actually supposed to have been announced on 9/11/2001. So, I want somebody to put in the chat, what happened on 9/11, you guys? Somebody tell me what happened on 9/11. You on camera, buddy. Didn't mean to do that. So somebody tell me what happened on 9/11, 2001. Please, 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 please put it in the comments. Can someone tell me what happened on 9/11, 2001? I'm pretty sure you guys already know the answer.
3 months.
And my son actually was three freaking months. 3, that number 3. My son was 3 months old. He actually turned 3 months old that day. We were I think you meant attacked. Absolutely, Nicole. I think you were saying attacked, but yes, we were attacked. But guess what? We weren't really attacked. We were not attacked. That was not an attack by terrorists, by Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden did not attack the Twin Towers, you guys. It was a hoax. It was a lie. The buildings did burn up, but if you think that you saw a plane going into those buildings, if you think you saw a plane going into those buildings, that's not what you saw. And it's not a conspiracy. This information has already came out and has been proven to be true. So go do your research. I'm not going to argue with nobody about it. But those planes were not really planes. It was actually holographs that you've seen on the news. And if you go back and watch some of the clips from people that were actually on the ground at that time, you know, people that were being interviewed was like, did you see the plane go into the building? And people were like, what plane? These are things that were censored from us being able to see, because they wanted to continue on with their narrative, right? Of that we were hit by a terrorist organization, right? But that was farthest from the truth. In all actuality, you guys, not all, Papa Bush moved into the White House and stopped President Bush from announcing the act, and they basically conspired to blow up the Twin Towers, and they killed thousands of people, you guys. They killed all of those. I think it was like over 3,000 people that died that day, right? In that messed up thing, right? But it was not a terrorist attack. Our own government, Bush, and a lot of the other people that were in office at that time and had to do it at that time, they committed a real bad act against the people of this country, you guys, when they did that. So, basically, in so many words, they don't want us to have this greatness, you guys. What I'm getting ready to break down to you is all that you see going on right now, as far as COVID-19, as far as these riots. We've already discussed this earlier in the video, but I'm just here to let you know everything that you're seeing right now has to do with this very thing right now, and it is the transition into greatness. We're transitioning into greatness through Trump, and they don't want it to happen. So, with that being said, let's continue on. So, Nasara, what is this on my phone? Okay, so Nasara gives power back to the people, you guys, okay? It brings prosperity. It's going to bring peace. It's going to bring love to all. That is the whole agenda of the Nasara. So all of these people that claim that Trump is a racist and he done this and this and that and he fucking up our country, no, he's not. He's actually, like he keep telling you guys, every time he comes to the podium, he's trying to establish peace. You can see it with the deal he just did with Israel. No other president could do it or would do it, because they didn't want to do it, because they keep trying to bring this country down. This is what you guys need to understand. So, Trump wants to bring back peace, prosperity, and love to all, okay? So let's break down the Nasara. The first thing that the Nasara is going to do is going to be debt forgiveness for everybody. So if you have mortgages, bank debt, student loans, credit card debt, any type of debt that you have that's connected to the banks and their corrupt banking, fractional lending system, fractional reserve lending system, and all of this corrupt Wall Street banking and everything that they've been doing, right? It's coming down as we speak. And debts are being forgiven. People are already experiencing debts being forgiven, and in fact, they're actually in a beta testing. And this new system is called Quantum Financial System. It's a QFS. You want to look that up. Write it down. It's called QFS, Quantum Financial System. So they're beta testing their new system, right? And so a lot of people. I do a lot of research. I'm in a lot of different groups and things of that nature that shares this information, and people are already coming and saying that, you know, debts, their student loans are being wiped out, mortgages are being wiped out, money's not being taken out of their bank account for credit cards or mortgage debt, and they go in and see that it says a zero balance. They go and check their credit report. It's showing the account is closed or has been discharged, right? So this is actually a great thing, right? These are the very fortunate few that have been blessed to already have their debt already wiped away through the new system that's getting ready to be put in place, you guys. So there is really no official date as to when this is supposed to happen. I have recently been hearing that it's supposed to take place within the next week. I'm hearing dates from September 1st. I've also heard September 6th. So we really don't know. But debts are being forgiven, and the new quantum financial system is actually going to be implemented very soon. So the second thing that it's going to do, I hope you guys are writing this down. The first thing was debt forgiveness. All debt, mortgages, student loans, credit loans, blah blah blah, they buy car loans, whatever, are being forgiven, right? So the second thing that's going to happen is that income tax and capital gains tax is going to be abolished. So we won't have to pay any more taxes out of our checks, you guys, which we weren't supposed to be in the first place. It's fraud. They were stealing from us. The IRS is a fraudulent company. It's a fraudulent corporation tied to the fraudulent United States of America corporation. And we've been getting we've been getting robbed. Period. That's as point as I can say. However, it's getting ready to be abolished. As you can see, Trump is already trying to abolish the payroll tax. He promised it in the stimulus because of this pandemic, whatever. But as you already see, he said if he makes it after the election, he will extend it through 21. So as you can see, he's just giving you guys hints as to what is actually really taking place. But abolishing of income tax and capital gains tax is actually going to happen. What else is going to increase benefits to senior citizens? So Trump has passed laws specifically protecting the elderly, securing Social Security for elderly. If you go to usdebtclock.org, you can see that the U.S. debt clock shows that the Social Security is secured. It's actually going up. So as whoever's on Social Security, you have nothing to worry about if you're elderly. I do know that these tyrannicals or whatever, they were trying to make it where, you know, if you were less than 63 or something like that, then you actually have to start going back to work. My uncle was telling me something about that, and he's all excited because he wouldn't have to go back to work in order to get his Social Security check. But he's actually at the age where he doesn't have to go back to work. But there's a lot of people that will have to go back to work if these Democrats get back in office. This is the things that they're trying to do to our people, you guys. Put you back in slavery, even at 60 years old, when you should be retired and living your life to the best, to the fullest, right? So this is what's happening. Another thing that's happening is returns to constitutional law. So it's going to be returned back to the original Constitution, right? President Trump has made a commitment to only follow the original constitutional law, and he's keeping his word. Example, he's appointed constitutional judges. He's actually appointed 300 constitutional judges, and he actually has them in training right now for the new year. to be put in office in the Supreme Court. Okay? So with that, he's making it known that the Constitution, the original Constitution, is supreme law. Okay? Even though it's really not. We know what supreme law is, right? Where is the Constitution at? All the way down here. And that's even under the treaties. However, I don't think we'll ever get back to from here on up, right? I'm not saying on up, because natural law and universal law, but as far as like these treaties, right? These treaties were actually signed before this Constitution was signed, and the treaties were actually signed by the original indigenous people of America, which were our ancestors. Our ancestors, may they rest in peace. May their souls be liberated. However, it's really not really known why they signed treaties with these people. I don't know why they signed treaties with these people. I believe they were tricked and bamboozled into signing treaties with these people and giving up our land and giving up ownership of our land to these people. They didn't know no better. So, all we can do is, forgive them and send them love, right? So, let's continue on. The fifth thing that it's going to do is establish presidential and congressional elections. The sixth thing that it's going to do is monitor elections and prevent illegal activity or special interest groups. So, I already talked about this new electronic system that's actually going to be on the blockchain. There's going to be a new voting system on the blockchain, you guys. This is actually information that I've been hearing. I heard from several sources yesterday as I was taking notes and as I was gathering this information for you guys. There are talks that this new system is going to be up before this election. So all of that talk about mail-in voting and stuff, it's just a smoke screen, really, for what's really happening in the background. Although they may be trying to do all of this mail-in voting shit, but it's not going to fly. So, another thing that the Nasara Jasara does is it creates new currency. And it's called the rainbow currency. We are on our way back to a gold and silver standard economy, you guys. Trump has appointed people at the Federal Reserve. So many, I don't know if you know or not, but Trump merged the United States Treasury with the Federal Reserve, and he took over as chairman. So Trump is actually the chairman now of the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve. And basically, I'll talk about that in a minute. So number 8, returns to constitutional law to all our legal matters and contracts. So everything is going to be under constitutional law. Number 9, it initiates a U.S. Treasury bank system in alignment with the constitutional law. Basically in 1913 with the Federal Reserve Act. To sum up what happened, unconstitutionally we were forced into this particular act, which caused us to have all of our money put in the Federal Reserve Bank and then charged us interest on our own money. So they confiscated our gold and our silver, all of our precious metals, all of our assets. And then they started charging us interest on this, right? How? Let's not even get into it. So it's going to restore financial privacy. So we can see that through the blockchain, it's going to allow for more anonymity and decentralization. So we're going to be a decentralized, we're going to have a decentralized financial system versus everything being centralized and controlled. So you're going to have more control over your money and your finances, okay? What else? Ceases all aggressive U.S. government military action worldwide and establishes peace throughout the world. Remember the new peace deal remember I just talked about the new peace deal that Trump made with Israel and the Emiratis, right? So that's a part of establishing peace, because like I said, no other president could make this happen, but Trump made it happen. So you guys should be thankful for him, because now they're not going to come like they claim and blow up our country, right? So we should be good. Nobody's coming to blow up America, okay? It also initiates first phase of the worldwide prosperity distribution of past wealth, which has been accumulating for many decades. This is money that actually belongs to you. So from what I understand, this is the money that was accumulated through your birth certificate, right? So like I told you guys, we're being traded on the stock market. We're being, money is being made on our backs, in our names, that we know nothing about. So this money has already been confiscated, and it's going to be redistributed back to us, okay? This is how I believe Trump is making the debt forgiveness thing possible, and everything else. How he's giving us stimulus checks and everything else. I think it has a little bit to do with it, but not all, because of the simple fact is that not only is he doing that, he's releasing a large sum of money for humanitarian purposes. So according to my resources and my sources, there were actually 400 metric tons of gold stolen by the Vaticans from our vaults, you guys. And some of it was in Japan, some of it was in the Philippines, and some of it was in another country or whatever. No, I wrote it down. I can't remember exactly right now, but this gold has been confiscated already. So, like I said, it was 1 million metric tons of gold that was stolen. So, a huge part of it has already been confiscated from the Philippines. So, 400,000 metric tons of gold was actually sitting in caves and hiding somewhere in the Philippines. They actually have been able to confiscate this gold, and it is safe and secure and in our hands now, you guys. And this gold is actually going to be set aside for humanitarian purposes in the United States of America, okay? Let's see, what else? We talked about that. So that basically all of that basically sums up the Nasara Jasara. However, it's a whole lot that's going on, you guys. But these are the things that you could actually see that are taking place right now, and seeing that Trump is implementing and activating into law with his executive orders and things of that nature. So, this basically just leads me into my final topic of the global financial reset and the greatest wealth transfer ever in history, you guys. Ever in history. So, Trump is strategically taking steps to bring down the Federal Reserves and the central banks. The Federal Reserve is being pumped out trillions of dollars. So basically what Trump is trying to do is crash the central banks and the Federal Reserve. He's trying to make it where we get so much in debt with the central banks and the Federal Reserves and their corrupt asses that it's going to just eventually crumble and crash. And so this is why you see trillions and trillions of dollars being printed up out of thin air that has no backing. But this is another thing that you need to understand, is that with this happening, what's going to start happening with the central banks is that, and the Federal Reserve, is that things are going to start increasing. Hyperinflation has already taken place all over the world. Different countries are experiencing hyperinflation, and we're definitely not exempt from that, you guys. So I've been talking to you for quite some time and sharing about buying gold and securing your purchasing power, with gold and silver and crypto, you guys. So you definitely want to start taking advantage of the opportunities. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is definitely an opportunity of a lifetime that anybody can take advantage of this opportunity right now, because it's so affordable. Gold, you can start getting gold for as little as 1/10 of a gram, under $10. No other company is doing this. I'm going to tell you right now. You could probably go look online right now and try to find gold mint companies, and you're going to be paying about maybe $90 to $80 per gram of gold, which is around what we're charging for a gram of gold. But the difference between the company that I'm with is that you can actually start acquiring cash gold. They keep trying to knock me off, you guys. They keep trying, but I'm back. So you can actually start acquiring cash gold for less than for 1/10 of a gram for less than $10, you guys, with the company that I'm through. Not only can you start acquiring gold, but you can start earning free gold. Start earning free gold with the company that I make with, and earning money and making money just by sharing this opportunity, sharing this video, sharing this information with the people that you know and love, and that you want to also be prepared, right? You want them to be prepared for this, for whatever is ahead. You also want them to be prepared to start taking advantage of what is the greatest wealth transfer, you guys. We can all be rich and wealthy right now. Or when we come out of this pandemic, you can be rich and wealthy right now, honestly. But when we come out of this pandemic and everything basically has reset, when the global financial reset has taken place, and we transition over to this new system, this new gold and silver backed economy and things of that nature, you can come out rich and wealthy, you guys. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, to take advantage of the opportunities now. But with my company, I'm with Carrot Bars, and it's an e-commerce company. E-commerce basically means online commerce company, based out of Germany, that allows you to accumulate gold in small increments, small and large. If you want to accumulate large increments, you definitely can do that. But everybody can't afford $100 an ounce, or for a gram, or at a time, whatever. So this company has been around for 10 years and has made it possible for you to be able to accumulate gold in small increments. So this is one of our cash gold dollars. Can you bring me some more? I want to show the differences. This is our cash gold dollars. This is a 0.2 gram. So it's basically 0.2 grams. So it's 1/10 of a gram. So you have 1/10, 2/10 of a gram of gold, and it's embedded into this note. This is 24 karat, 999.9 pure gold. Okay, you guys, I don't know if you can see that. Let me try to put it up to the camera. Well, I can't even see it. It's not making out. But this is actually gold, you guys. Let's see. I'm trying to see if they can see the imprint. So you can't see the imprint on here, but however, this is actually gold embedded into the note. So this is another one. This is 4/10 of a gram. So you have 1/10 here, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. So you have 4/10 of a gram of gold embedded into this note. Okay, so this is this is how you accumulate gold, you guys. And you can actually start accumulating 1/10 of a gram for, like I said, under $10. Another thing, and let me tell you about gold. So gold right now per ounce of gold is like $1,900, almost $2,000 per ounce. So this is a long way from an ounce. However, this is still going to grow as the ounces grow, right? And if you go to the U.S. debt clock, but can you pull up the U.S. debt clock on your phone? But if you go to the U.S. debt clock, the gold to dollar ratio right now is like, I think 30,000, 40,000. So gold is expected to, once the global reset happens, it's expected to go back to what it's really worth, okay? Because the gold and silver has been manipulated on the stock markets, on these markets, right? With this corrupt banking and financial system that we're in, right? So the values of these precious metals have been devalued. So you want to start accumulating them, so that you can start accumulating that wealth. Okay, this is God's money. This is God's money. It's usdebtclock.org. So another thing that you can start doing as well, everybody can start saving in silver as well. So I've been saving gold with Care Bars and stuff like that since 2018. I joined. So I've been saving gold for a little bit over 2 years. I've been in cryptocurrency since 2017. So I'm a little more aged in that area. But I just started saving silver back in April, when one of my business partners introduced me to this amazing opportunity that I could not let pass by. So I've been saving in silver since since earlier this year, since April, right? So these are some of the things that I've been able to collect with my with the company that I'm with. And this is an opportunity that I'm actually able to make and earn free silver and make money with as well. And you can do so as well. Like I said, sharing with your friends and family this amazing opportunity, sharing this information, letting them know what's really happening in the world and how they need to prepare, right? So this is one of my silver coins that I got from my company. This is 1 troy ounce, and it's in the design of the American flag. This is 1 troy ounce of silver that I have. I have a whole lot of silver, you guys, that I actually took out of the safe to be able to show you guys, okay? So what I'm going to do is lift up my tray. But the name of the company that I'm saving silver with is Quicksilver. And we have this Wealth Accelerated, it's like a challenge. So this is a challenge box. And what happens is, when you fill up this box within 90 days, what they do is they send food to starving children in your name as a donation. So by you accumulating silver, you guys, you're actually also helping to give back to the starving children and families. Okay, so this is my silver. This is my case I'm opening. I'm going to set it up here on my shoulder for you. So it comes with gloves. It comes with a magnifying glass inside this pouch. It also comes with this little, basically to set your silver on. It's Velcro, black Velcro. And then these are my coins. So I got 2 more coins to fill up this box. but I'm just about done. I've already accumulated all of this tray here. So this box actually fills up, or it holds 32 ounces of silver. So 32 coins. So I'm 2 ounces away from being finished. Let me put this box down and I can show you guys these trays that I filled up. So that was my first tray. And this is my second tray here. So these are my coins, my beautiful coins that I have accumulated. And I'm very, very proud of myself. Some of them I've actually been able to win. I actually won I won 2 free coins last month. In July, we had a Christmas in July promotion. And I was able to win two free coins. You guys, this is an amazing opportunity. My upline, the person, my upline, my sponsor, my business partner, who actually introduced me to this opportunity, you guys. He's a black man. Or not black, but let's say copper colored or indigenous, right? He introduced me to this opportunity, and he has done so awesome, you guys, with building our team and building our organization, that he has actually just made it to the top level in our company. He's the first one to make it to the top level in our company, and so now he's in a position to go and pick out a brand new 2000 Range Rover. So he has the choice whether he wants to get a 2020 Range Rover, brand new off the lot, right, out the dealership, or he can have 300 additional a month bonus along with free silver. So I know he went and test drove the car to see what it was going to look like. I think he's probably going to get it. I said personally, because I don't have enough silver, but I said if that was me, I probably would go for the silver and the extra money, right? But he probably has a lot of silver because the company gives away so much free silver when you're helping other people, you guys, create and build wealth for themselves. So I'm not even far from being able to have the opportunity to earn that free Range Rover or whatever, and by then I'll have more silver, so I might take the Range Rover. But these are just opportunities that are available right now that we can take advantage of, you guys. It's amazing. You can start saving silver. One thing I want to let you know, when I started saving silver back in April, I started I started purchasing at like $23.97. The spot price was like $18 or whatever. But when you're buying from these mints or whatever, you're going to pay premium prices for silver. So I was paying $23.97 per ounce of silver, you guys. Silver is the most highly undervalued precious metal on the market right now. And the reason why it's undervalued is because it's not at its true value, especially when it has so many industrial uses. I mean, they use silver for everything, the batteries, for cell phones, for I take colloidal silver. This is colloidal silver. And it's an anti-active, it's a bioactive, it's an antibiotic. It supports the immune system. So I take this every day. It's pure silver. It's just in a liquid form. So silver has so many different uses, and it's not at its real value. If once again, if you go back to the U.S. debt clock, usdebtclock.org, you'll see that the silver to dollar ratio is probably like, last time I checked, was like 4,000. So it might be a little bit more. But these are the actual true values, and it is said that silver is going to outperform gold. But I am always preaching to diversify your portfolio and never put all your eggs in one basket. So you definitely don't want to just get gold and not have silver. You want to make sure that you're getting it all. And let me just say this, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just information that I'm sharing for people, information that I'm sharing, what I'm doing, and that I recommend everybody else doing. It's not financial advice, though. I'm not a financial advisor. It's basically for educational purposes. So this is another it's silver, but it's plated with 24 karat gold. So this is a basketball that I really, really wanted. So I purchased it, right? I purchased it with my earnings that I'm making from being able to help people, okay? So I purchased this basketball. It's a $5 1 ounce silver 0.99 0.99 2020 Samoa basketball, you guys. I really, really wanted this basketball, so I purchased 2 of them. One for me and one for my husband. So this is what we have. I'm just showing you guys some of the things that you can start accumulating and keeping near to you, keeping safe and secure. Definitely in a security safe. But this attracts money, you guys. This is an attraction. It's energy. So I love having it around me because it helps you to feel rich. Okay? Those just are a couple of pieces that I wanted to show you guys that you can start accumulating with the companies that I'm with. I'm definitely into growing my money with Bitcoin. I have so many opportunities that I can introduce you to. It's not even funny. So many different ways that you can start multiplying your money today. With cryptocurrency, I do have an education site that you can start learning about Bitcoin and about cryptocurrency, setting up your first wallet and start earning some free coins with the opportunity that I have available for you. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But you definitely want to start getting diverse in this cryptocurrency world, because everything's going digital. I'm just letting you know. Everything's going to be on the blockchain and it's going digital. So you want to have some of these assets, you guys. You want to have some of these assets for yourself and for your family. Start being able to teach your family about these things and how they can start preparing and building wealth for themselves. This video, I definitely was not expecting to be this long at all. But I definitely appreciate everybody who took the time to come and listen to me today and to the information that I definitely, really from the bottom of my heart, feel like you guys needed to know. You definitely needed to know this information. And so with that being said, does anybody have any questions or anything like that I can answer before I get off of here? How long I've been on here? Over 2 hours. Wow. Definitely didn't mean for it to go that long. But like I said in the beginning, I didn't know how long I was going to be. But I hope I was able to help you guys learn something new today. I really, really hope I was able to inspire you guys to know that, there is hope and peace and love in store for this entire planet. All you got to do is change your mindset. Start thinking positive and turn off the damn TV. Stop listening to these buffoonery people that are really, really trying to just tear up our country, you guys. That's the only agenda. They're trying to tear up our country. So we don't want that to happen. We love America. We are Americans. And this is our land. So let's take back control and power of it. It's so much you got to learn. So much you got to learn, you guys. And like I said, I'm still learning every day. As soon as I get off this live, I'm probably about to go back to learning, because I probably just missed something being on here for 2 hours. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Please share this with as many people as you possibly can. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen to me today. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can definitely get notified every time I put out more content, because I will definitely be coming back and doing more lives as I promised before. It's just that I be trying to gather so much information. I be trying to learn so much, you guys, that it be so much that I don't really have the opportunity to really come on live and teach all the time. But I appreciate whoever came and stopped by and listened to me today. I'm probably going to take a nap now at the same time, because I'm tired. I've been up since like 7 o'clock, maybe 4. I don't know what time I woke up this morning, but once my body wakes up and I have to go to the bathroom, it's kind of hard for me to go back to sleep. And so I get to, meditating, and then I get on my phone and start learning pretty much after I drink my water and take my vitamins and stuff like that. Oh, y'all want to get y'all some NutriBurst too. Let me do a plug. NutriBurst. Get you some NutriBurst. This is a multivitamin. It's a liquid multivitamin. It has like 72 minerals and vitamins that your body needs. And I take this every single day for energy and just for my body. And if you're interested, you can definitely go check out my page. It's called Sip Tea with Shay Marie. SIPTEA with Shay Marie. Go check that page out. Place your order for your tea, for your NutriBurst. And you definitely need to start detoxing all. If you eat meat, or you eat food from these restaurants, or whatever you eat, even if you're a vegan or whatever, you still need to detox, because food grows in the dirt, right? And dirt have worms, so you might have worms in your body. So what this is going to do is it's going to flush out your I'm just telling you the truth. It's going to flush out your upper intestine and your lower intestine. It also helps with flushing out like your kidneys, all of your organs. You need some tea. So this is IASO Detox Tea. It's an instant tea. Back in the day when I first started with them, we didn't have instant tea. We just had the tea where you can make gallons of tea. And I used to sell it by the gallons. I used to sell the packs. I used to sell the individual bottles and stuff like that. But now we got the instant tea. We got so much great, amazing stuff with TLC, which is Total Life Changes. And it's a great opportunity to make money with this as well. Like I told you, I got opportunities out the ass. You can really start changing your life and not have to work for another person a day in your life if you really wanted to. So if that interests you, you definitely want to get with me. I think I'm going hoarse or something now. But this is IASO Instant Detox Tea. They actually have different flavors as well, but we just get the regular flavor. This flushes you out. This flushes you out, you guys. So I had some crab legs this weekend and stuff like that. So it's time for me to detox my body. I don't take it every day, but I try to drink it every day, because it just flushes you out. It flushes out all the impurities that you put into your body. But the more you can take this, the better. And when I first started with this company, like, I started learning like how I was really helping people with fibroid tumors, and people were being healed from cancer. And I'm not saying that this is going to do that. I'm not making any medical claims. I'm just telling you of the testimonials that have really happened. My mom, when she started drinking ISOT, she got off of her diabetic medicine. Unfortunately, we lost her a few years ago, whatever, to something else. I'm just gonna say like this: the hospital killed my mother. In a nutshell, even though her health hadn't always been the best either, but you know, I was really working with her to make sure that she started putting natural supplements in her body and not taking the medication that the doctors and stuff prescribe, because it's nothing but poison. It's nothing but poison that they're putting into our bodies. It's okay, Nicole. Yes, I really miss my mom, but you know, I talk to her every day. I pay homage to my ancestors almost every day, giving them thanks and things of that nature. Setting out water for them on my ancestor altar, and burning ancestor money for them so that they you know, can have money in the spiritual realm, and different things. Like, I'm really big on like I said, metaphysics and physical and law of attraction, metaphysics and occult science. And I'm still learning. I'm just a baby, but I try to make sure that I talk to my ancestors every day. My mom, my aunt, I have uncles that have passed, my grandparents, they're all on my ancestor altar. And I feed them as often as possible. I feed their spirit. I give them water. And I pay attention to them because they're still spirits and they're still here on this planet. That's what you guys have to understand. When this vessel dies, our souls and our spirit is still here. And so I do that for my family, for my ancestors. With that being said, she said, yes, she is and was an amazing woman. We've got to touch base. Extremely proud of you. My first time exactly listening. They are proud. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. I'm proud of you too, love. And yes, let's get it. Let's touch base and get with me whenever you're ready. I'm here. Like I said, I just work from home and I learn. That's all I do. And spend time with my family, with my kids, and grow our family business, pretty much. So, I love you guys. I'm tired now and drained from talking. I never talk this much. I'm not a talker, guys. I sing. I love to sing. I can sing a tune that'll make your heart melt. I'm not going to do it right now. But I've also known for a long time that I'm supposed to be teaching. So I'm going to walk into what I'm supposed to be doing. So with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate you. Take care. Be blessed. Ashe. Peace, family.